Ladies, we are live. What's up, peeps? I don't know what happened to the sound. I have no idea what happened to the sound
It
on the
just
last
went blank.
part. Did y'all hear it? On
It
the
went
very
blank.
last intro.
It went blank, and then it started, then it went blank again.
Well, won't he
Mm.
do it? Hey, peeps. How
We in
y'all
that
doing?
thing. We in that
Whatever.
thing.
It's whatever. We up in this thing. We done lost Nicole for a second. But I see some of y'all have already joined us. So welcome, QT fam. Welcome back to Takeover Tuesday. It's another Queens Takeover. We are
Hey.
in the building. Let's see what's going on with these comments. While I read your comments and we get all hey and welcomed and all that good stuff, y'all take a moment to share this to your page. Let somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that's related to somebody that knows somebody who was married and then twice removed, let them know that we are on. Y'all can do that for us, can't you? Can't you? Yes, y'all can. All right. We gotta let's go.
Hi,
A
Mr.
Lord bless you
Pleasant.
and keep you always, Queen. What's up, Queen? She big. She is big. Let's
Hey,
go.
Brandon.
I almost wrapped on that. Having dinner with you, sweeties. Hey, what we eating tonight?
Hey.
Awesome opening. Thank you so much, William. I mean, a little bit like I'm from the 90s. Right. I feel like, my name should be Gangsta Boo or something. It should be something. She said, yes, she about to set it off. Yes, I am. I am about to do that.
Ready.
Yes, I am.
Ready.
So with that said, we want to thank you guys so much again for joining us today. Sorry about the little hiccups, but y'all see we trying to do a little something for season 2. We trying to do them things. We are your hosts, Nikki Johnson, Nicole Clark, and Cierra Pleasant. Ladies, welcome.
Hey,
What's
y'all.
going on?
Let's start with you, Coley Cole. How was your week? And then tell us, what was your struggle moment of the week?
My week has been a week, but it's been good. It's been good.
We found Miss Martha.
Hi, Miss Martha. But it's been good. My dad's going through a little things, but he's still here. So I thank God for that. My hiccup this week was just trying to stay focused. Yeah, it just felt like I was kind of just floating through there, but it's okay because God has been speaking while I was floating, so I wasn't out there by myself.
It was feeling floaty.
Yeah, it was just like I was just floating through the time, but it was good though. It wasn't like a stressful time. It was just like it was relaxing. I guess you want to say something I probably needed because I try to stay on point at all times. So, but a lot of times I felt I hear music.
That's me playing music. That's me doing that.
Oh.
Let me produce. You keep talking.
I'm sorry.
That's just me.
But other than that, I mean, it was good. I just needed to stay focused. So, like,
your struggle was focused.
Yeah, like I will be in the midst of doing something, and then my whole focus will go somewhere else. So then I'll just distract myself and go. Well, not really distract, but then I'll go do whatever I was focused on at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my struggle week was focused. What about you, Miss Cierra?
Hey!
Horror moments.
That was good, baby. My week was interesting. I was kind of holding my breath. As you all know, 2 weeks ago I had COVID, and so now this past week my husband had COVID, and so that was a struggle bus. It was a struggle bus because he's never experienced COVID before, so it was really hard on him. Hi, I love you. So that was a challenge for me and for him, but he is doing a lot better. He is healed. Amen.
Amen.
He is the word. So I'm so happy that he is better and just making sure I take care of him and he stays strong going forward.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
He say he caught that Coco.
So,
That Coco
Coco
19.
19.
He is fine.
Coco 19.
We've been praying for you, brother, and we are so glad you were here. We miss you when you're not here.
Yes.
So you tell Coco 19 to stay about your crib. It's not allowed.
Not allowed. Not allowed. Come on.
You are so very welcome. So I was trying to surprise y'all with a little music, but Nicole was like, I can't talk. I don't appreciate the back.
I told you I had a problem with being.
That.
I was focusing.
So Nicole was talking about when she tried to focus on something, her attention goes somewhere else. I call those squirrel moments. You ever watch a squirrel?
Yeah.
Just be here with it. I call them squirrel moments. Yeah. So ironically, one of my struggles has something to do with focusing, but it's not being able to focus. It's trying to focus on too many things at one time. So I was telling y'all last week about a couple of my planners, and I brought, because y'all were asking about them. This is one of them that I was telling y'all about. I don't know if you can see. It's called the High Performance Planner. It's an amazing planner because, and the creator is, let's see if I get, knocking stuff over. My God, today, the struggle. Where's the camera? There it is. He is the creator of it. His name is, I always say his name wrong. It's Brendan. It's either Burkhard or Burchard. Burchard. So you don't just like write down that you need to go walk your cat at 1 o'clock. You have to answer questions every single morning about your day, down to if you were your own coach, how would you coach yourself through that particular moment that you just wrote about, type thing. And so me being kind of across every T dot every I type of person, when I write something down that I want to do it, I want to do it. And if I get sidetracked or an unexpected, they need to have an impromptu meeting, I'm like, I got things to do. I get off focus, and that's frustrating for me. Here's what I need. I need to give myself a lot more grace. I need to be much kinder to myself. Yes, absolutely. The squirrels. She said to repeat. Repeat what? The planner or his name? Because I can do both. Let me know. I need to be more kinder to myself and give myself more grace, because I don't care how much I plan my 24 hours. You can never plan things that you don't know that are going to happen. And when they happen, I have to allow God to be God and step back and take a breath. And then I have to be kind on myself if I don't get to everything on the list. The planner. Okay. I got you. Okay. Let me see if I can get it in the camera. Is it in the, yes. So it's called High Performance Planner. And let me spell Brendan's last. Okay. It's Brendan, Brendon. And the last name is Burchard. And if you message me, I will give you the website where you can order. Okay, I don't know why I guess I knocked everything over a second ago. So it's an amazing planner. And then, the other one I was telling you all about is called the Commit 30. And that's when you commit to doing something every month. Every single month, you commit to one thing that you want to do for those 30 to 31 days. And so that is what, yes, it is. So anyway, that was my struggle moment. If y'all would like to share with us something that you struggle with this week, we would love to hear about it down off in the chat. I have no idea what is going on over here. Anywho, before we jump into the topics, I would like to do a shout out to someone. Let me get his picture up. So y'all don't know this man, but you may have heard about him. His name is, and please forgive me if I pronounce it wrong, if you happen to have heard this story. It's Hody. Hody Childress. Okay, so this man just passed away, but they featured him on Good Morning America because in his hometown of Geraldine, Alabama, he found out one day at the local drugstore that a family was not able to pay for their medicine bills, right? They couldn't pay for their medication. So he gave the pharmacist the money to pay for it. And from that day forward, what he would do is go in every month and give them $100 to pay for whoever needed help with their medicine for that month. He did that for years until he passed away. Nobody ever knew that he did that but the pharmacist. But he told his children right before he died that that's what he was doing. So his children have picked up his mission and started a foundation or a fund where they're going to be paying for people's medication. I wanted to shout that out. I think that is the sweetest, most randomest act of kindness. But I wanted to ask you guys and our family down in the chat, have y'all ever been surprised by somebody doing like a random act of kindness for you? Like you get up to the window to pay for your food and they're like, oh, the people in front of you already paid for your food. Y'all ever had that happen or anything? Anybody ever did anything like that for y'all?
I have. Like, you know how they have like, well, I know some Walmarts, they have like secret Santas. So like I have my little niece and we're walking and excuse me, everybody talks about her eyes because her eyes are like real beautiful. They're just black and big and she's been like since she was a baby. And so like this random guy just walked up to us and he was like, you have a good day, and put $40 in my hand. And I'm like, so I'm thinking maybe because he did it because I had my niece or whatever. But no, it was just that they just had like random people at Walmart. And it was like somebody that you would not even, they say don't judge a book by its cover. He just looked like he would. Let me tell you, if he would have approached me out on the street, I would probably been like, dude, get away from me. Like, excuse me.
For me, I'm having a brain fart, but I would say a simple random act of kindness for me is when people just compliment me. Words of affirmation. If they notice that like I'm having a hard day or they notice I'm doing a good job on something, or I don't know, just telling me I look nice, is a boost, So I'm having a hard time thinking of like something grand, but that's something that's simple, that brightens up my day. I give that to a lot of people as well because you just never know who's watching you.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, QT fam, guys, we know William said he's usually the RAK. He's the one doing the random act of kindness. But if y'all have ever experienced that, share that down in the chat. I've had so many, I can't even start naming them. I just think it's a blessing, just like C was saying, when somebody would just stop and tell you something about you that inspires them. But it's been everything from someone in the restaurant paying for the food. So when we go to get the ticket, there's no ticket to get. I have been in church before, and you know how like during the offering they always like go around and put the money in. It's usually music playing,
Yeah.
dancing. I've had people come through there and dance and grab my hand like they gonna shake it and put money in it. And I ain't talking about $5 and $20. I'm talking about some money, and it's always been at a time when I needed it. So, yeah, those random acts of kindness, I love them. I love to do them, but this man just. He's somewhere and he hears somebody can't pay and just devotes $100 every month to make sure somebody always has medication. When I heard that, I was like, I've got to share that. I wish I could have given him his flowers while he was here, but he left a legacy. He left a legacy, and I'm so grateful. So we honor you, Mr. Childress. Thank you so much. And I hope this inspires all of us to pay it forward, do a random act of kindness towards someone else this week and for the rest of our lives. Amen. That was a good PSA. That was a good PSA. All right, Booze, are we ready to jump into these topics?
Let go, let go, let go.
Yes.
Have y'all shared yet? That's all I'm asking. Okay,
Yeah.
so our first one, thank you, James. Is the part two. We're gonna wrap up our conversation with this little messy topic that Nicole brought us about the girls' trip. And what
What's the
happens,
message?
you know, if your man ruined girls' trip. Some of y'all felt it real. Why y'all want to have an argument with me? That's all I'm saying. Y'all, phone calls, text messages, and DMs. Nikki's going to restate her position, and y'all can talk amongst yourselves. I did not say I was gonna stop being anybody's friend. I did not say nobody could invite they boo. Nikki didn't say none of that. Here's what Nikki said, and I quote: Nikki said, "If me, C, and Nicole plan a girls GIRLS trip, there's a reason why we're planning that trip, and we're gonna go somewhere on that trip, that girls trip, and William shows up and C disappears. Why did C come on the trip?"
Right.
That was my stance, and I stand on that. If it's a girls trip, why is your man coming? If your man is coming, why don't we all bring our men and we all have a couples trip? That's all I'm saying. My Atlanta, some of y'all was so deep up in your feelings that you felt the need to want to continue off the show to have that conversation with me. So listen, that's how I feel, and I'm gonna stand on that.
And she's sitting beside it.
Let's retire. Cop gave us free dinner. Oh, amen. Listen, William, I know you won't see no issue with it, because you probably gonna be trying to get up in your wife's suitcase, all up in her luggage.
Hello.
You know what I'm talking about? But you stay with her. You stay with her. You stay with her. Y'all should do that before you leave, and as soon as she get back home. And then she's going y'all back.
Nikki, I'm saying Nicole, the very last day, you chilling in a hotel. You ain't doing nothing. We have nothing planned. You mean to tell me you gonna have an attitude? Because Cierra goes to be with William.
I know some have attitude. I said, if William decide to pop up on that trip, why did C come? It's supposed to be girls' trip. It ain't supposed to be girls in the booth. I'm just saying.
Hold on. She's fulfilled all of the agenda. She fulfilled everything you had planned to do.
I kicked her.
So she cannot go to her man. Because
she can do whatever she want to do. She's welcome to go. She can go make the best love she ever had with her man that
But
night.
I'm saying without it
all of that.
But without
it do all of that
issue though.
Because it's a girl's trip. It's a girl's trip. See what I'm talking about? I cannot.
So this actually has played out this past week for another friend for me. Actually, a friend this actually has played out. Because my friend, you watch people's Facebook feed.
Thank you, Queen Nick. That's what I said last week. Go ahead.
That's true. She went on an anniversary trip to Jamaica, and so she was there for her anniversary. And all of a sudden, I saw all these women, and I'm like, "Wait, what happened? Wait, hold on. Was you there for her anniversary?" So I'm assuming what had happened was he had already had the girl trip planned, and then her and her husband planned their with their anniversary celebration. So anniversary celebration, them two, and then the rest of the trip was the girls' trip. So I don't know if he's still there. I don't know if he left. So I don't know, but that yeah.
See, that's a little different though.
It's that bull.
To me, that's that bull. If I'm going on my anniversary, my homegirls don't need to come on my anniversary.
That's the same, but it's the same logic, sis. Why your man coming on the girls' trip?
It's
one thing if we all decide, let's just go to Dallas this weekend. And she done made it known, okay, well, William probably gonna come through. Okay. But if the three of us are talking about going to Dallas and we have said it's a girl's trip, why is William in her luggage? Why? Why
Okay,
is he
hold on.
popping out the suitcase?
I got a question. So let's
Shut up, William. We
say,
talking about still see no issue.
let's just say, okay, I'm planning on coming to
Not
Texas.
that you're in the Motel 6.
Wait.
Let's just say I'm coming. I have let him know that I'm coming to Texas in March, right?
Right.
My friend Job decides, hey, they're sending him to Texas. Now I spent all this time with you two, right? We done went and met the family. Y'all done showed me all of Texas. And my last night, I'm gonna be like, okay, Nick, you know,
It's been nice, Nick. It's been nice, Nick. I'm out. That's what I know you. I know what you're gonna say.
But here's the thing: I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna come back and see you and spend the time with you before it's time for me to catch the flight out of here.
Listen, and we plan and everybody go to their separate rooms past midnight. I don't care if you with the cabana boy and the motel manager. Do you? Okay, do you? My opinion gonna stay what it is. You're not gonna change it with $1 million. If it's a girl's trip, why is your man popping up anywhere? I don't care if he's 10 miles down the street in the Motel 6, leaving the light on and all of that. I don't care. How would y'all know? Y'all sleep. Okay, here's the thing. Let me tell you what happens on girls' trips, though. I ain't gonna say everything, but I'm gonna tell you what happens on girls' trips.
We stay up at night
everybody
talking.
Go back. Huh?
Go ahead. We stay up all night talking, so they.
Thank you. Everybody go to the room, and then all of a sudden, somebody be like, "You sleep now." Text the other one, "You sleep now." Somebody come down to the room. Somebody pops up with food and snacks. We pop up to surprise C with some chocolate and something, and she talking about Why you gonna up the door? C C can't because Mr. Motel 6 then came in. No. I don't know. No, I don't care. 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I'm getting it. You know what? I can't. I cannot. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that. I don't want to know that about y'all. I don't want to know that about my sister. James said, now I can get more specific. It's healthy for spouses to spend time apart. A girl trip means just what it says. When Tasha and her girls get away, I dare not come. Trust me when I say on the guys' trip, Tasha must stay home. It's healthy. See, that's what I'm talking about. Because last week I said that, but that was an argument with somebody on the phone. Hold on. Someone argues with me on the phone and tells me, what were his words? I was like, and so you doing a guys' trip with your fellas, you're not gonna want your wife to show up. He was like, no. But you want to be able to pop up on your wife. Yeah. What?
See, here's the issue. To me, it wouldn't become an issue unless you do it every girl's trip. Like if it's every time we hang out, your man popping up. If it's every time we hanging out and all of a sudden William pops up,
that's a problem.
Then it becomes a problem.
That's a problem.
Stop negotiating, William. Stop negotiating. Keep talking.
Out. They promote. I mean, he just pop up. It's just like, okay. Unless it's something you're not telling, like, hey, we got some trust issues going on, and this is why he popping up. But other than that, if it's just a coincidence, this, and he just pops up, then I'll be like, oh, okay, well, hey, babe, I'm gonna do everything that the girls got for us planning to do, and then I'm gonna come see you. But then for the girl not to invite her to her New Year's Eve party, yeah, I got a problem with that.
Okay, well,
because I'm gonna be like, you big mad with my man with that.
Because we don't know all the full issues of that particular situation. I think the reason why she didn't get invited to the New Year's Eve is that's probably more than a one-time issue. It's probably every time they try to do something, they like Velcro. I told y'all last week, I know people like that. They are straight Velcro.
Yeah, but it still should have been a conversation had.
What? What?
It still should have been a conversation had that you getting tired of my man popping up.
But how we know that they didn't have a conversation? I'm saying if we don't know the fullness of that
Oh,
whole
that's what you're saying.
situation,
What you're
what
saying.
if they done told her time and time again?
Yeah.
Every time, Nicole, Stan got to be here every time you come. So they like,
so you ain't gonna invite me to your party?
That was just petty. That was just petty on their part. But they probably was done. They was probably like, well, she ain't gonna never get it, so let's just not invite her to this event. It was petty. It was petty, but that's
I
what
admit that it is petty.
Even if we had that conversation, but even if we had that conversation, you're my friend. You'd be like, look, I'm not inviting you to my party because I don't want your man there. I can take that. Tell me straight up. Don't let me find out, oh, you had a party. And I'm on, everything on social media. And I'm sitting here looking like, and then my friends is not your friends say, oh, you and Cierra not friends no more? Why you ain't come to her party? And I'm sitting here saying, why did I come to her party? I ain't no jail party.
Okay, well, the person that said that, now that's a little messy. They done read so deep to the why she gotta not be your friend because she ain't at the party. You could just say why Cierra not there. I told you, and I'm gonna say it again. I would have a conversation with you. I'm not just gonna not invite you, but my stance is still what it is, and it's gonna stay what it is. I mean, but why is your man there? Huh?
Yeah, but I respect that. But I'm saying when it's time for you to plan your party, I respect that you come to me as your friend and say, yo, I'm having a party, but you can't come because your man might pop up.
Girl, I'm gonna have a conversation with you about your man as soon as you ain't coming to the next summer. Be like, Nicole, when you done with your boo, holler at me. Because I'm gonna talk to you. We about to move on from this one because this will not be a part 3. It's y'all stay out of my DMs. Do not call me if you got my number. And do not text me. Somebody want to read this one?
There are trips that are no brainers for couples. If you deeply committed to your marriage, you can't. I can't see the rest of the words, y'all. My eyes.
Can't legitimately tell. Tell me space.
Keep going. I can't see the rest of it.
Let me have space in a long time isn't necessary. Got it. Yeah. Let me speak up because
I just couldn't see
these comments. Jesus, even in these
whatever,
comments,
William, whatever. I have actually been that person who goes to a trip and you have that one friend who brings their spouse. And I'm like, why do you do that? And you just eventually just don't go on trips with that person anymore because then you're breaking it's healthy to have space between you and your spouse or your significant other and have your alone time with your girlfriends. You need that to be balanced. And knowing how to separate that time is very, very important. And embracing being with your girls, even, whatever time that is. And if your husband wants to come to the same place that you at, show up that night when the girls check out and y'all go do your thing, but don't interrupt the time that you have with your girls or with your guys because you need balance. And showing husband or wife who shows up at the girls trip, boys trip, that shows that y'all don't have balance, you don't have security in your marriage. And that's just being honest. I mean, if you are not able to let them go, and then that space apart lets your heart grow fonder. Mm-hmm.
It really does. So healthy boundaries between any relationship is important, even in your marriage.
And you know something too, and I love that you brought up the word balance, but then too, I'm gonna just keep it all the way 100. If your man come, we can't sit around comfortable like we want to. We can't talk how we want to. We can't share some intimacies and some deep womanly conversation that we may have already had or wanted to have because your man is there, right? Everything changes because now we got to respect the boundaries of your man being there, right? That's why the girls go somewhere and they get away. It's not like we gonna go somewhere and we finna all go get booty with somebody else and help you cheat. You know what I mean? James said, preach that. And Queen Nee said, just ask. Why don't you just ask? And I love that. If you just getting tired of me on this girl's trip, Nicole, tell me that you ready to start seeing something else besides, you ready to start seeing something else.
That.
Just tell
Okay,
me, and then I'll be like, "Go ahead, boo. Do you? Go ahead."
No, it's not even that. Like if he just spontaneous just popped up, not like for real, it's a guy's trip, and that's the first time he, did that. Now if he keep doing it, then I'm gonna have a problem, boy. What are you doing? But like if he just do it, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm here, so let me do what we've already planned. And my last night, I'm gonna go spend time with him.
I already
Okay.
know. Already know.
Nicole is sticking beside her opinion. Amen.
Hey.
For real, yeah. I already know what's gonna happen. Look, Nicole gonna get
We
ghost.
already know.
That part. We gonna move on. Okay, people. If y'all have not heard, we're gonna talk about this brother named Desmond Hackett. Now, Desmond has 30 children by 11 different women. He has over 100 charges, like criminal charges, and he is asking the courts to help him pay his child support. The brother is 42 years old, and the importance of bringing up the charges is not, we're not gonna do it to dog him, but it's important because bruh, you stay in jail so much, how you got time to make all these babies? But when you get out, you be trying to hit everything in the city and then some without a raincoat. But Nicole, we're going to start with you because you wanted to talk about this.
Yeah. Okay. So to first address, I think it's crazy because I know, well, in the state of North Carolina, if you have more than, I think, 13 children, your child support is supposed to be cut off because they say you can't support them. So, and then with the charges thing, I have worked at a lawyer's office. So I've seen guys that go to jail and they get credit towards their child support for time served. Bruh, you might need to stay in jail and get some of this child support cut down. Here's my problem. You have 30 children. You have no big career. You don't have a career at all. Your child support is $1.25, $1.49 per child, like a month. Dude, you don't need no help. The people out here that's on the corner get money. You need to go out there and do it. The thing is, it makes me upset because I've seen guys that actually take care of their children, and the judge is so harsh on them. Like I have a brother, and I've witnessed this. He takes care of his kids. At the time, he had 2, and he was paying child support, and the mother went and got on the system. Yeah, that was her. Not saying she didn't need the help, assistance. I don't want to knock nobody that's doing it, but it should be a boundary as if you choose to go on the system. I personally, I feel like you have to show cause where this father's not taking care of his child. My brother kept, court ordered or regardless, he kept insurance on his kids. He took care of his kids. He took care of his kids outside the courts. Stuff like that. I have a problem with these women that go out here and make these babies. I feel like they should be just as responsible as he was. You know what I'm saying? You could not approach me and tell me you got 30 children and think we can lay down together. Like you cannot do that.
Nope.
Unless you could not do that. Because you don't have that. No, like it's sad, but you could just think about it. If we even get married, half my income going to you played at the playground.
Exactly.
Like that article, it was sad. I was mad at the mothers, even at the 11 women. I was so mad with them because when do you say, what makes you in your right mind say, hey, he'll change if I have a baby from him? Look at Nick Cannon. Because look at Nick Cannon. Right now, Nick Cannon is going to get ready to go through.
But Nick ain't asking nobody to help him pay child support.
Right, but here's the thing.
He got plenty of money.
And that's the thing. It's sad because, like Mariah Carey said, before you had all these children, you were active in our kids' life. Now you spread it so thin that who's missing out? The kids are hurting. 30 kids now are a month. That means you could only spend one day. You got to spend one day out of 30 days with your children.
One day per child.
One day per child.
Per child.
I got what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? It's just so stupid, but he thinks it's cute. It ain't nothing cute about it. But then you want to ask people to help you pay your child support. Ain't nobody help you later.
They go to mic drop on that. You had the energy to make them.
Get to
You said you had the energy to make them have the energy to work. I think it's the asking for help. Back when he only had 21 kids and he was 33, he was asking the court for help then. And he had not as many charges as he has now. When you had 21 children, you were asking for help. I'm sorry that 2 wasn't too much, and 5 and 10 and 12 and 16 and 19 weren't too much, but you were asking the court for leniency and help back when you had 21. Bro, you went on to make some more. So the fact that some of the mamas getting $1 and some change, enough to go buy one thing off the dollar menu, that hurts my heart right there. But
you can't even buy that from the Dollar Tree no more. It don't went up to $1.25.
No, because it's $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. So with the taxes, that's not even enough. But the fact that it's I don't know if it's the kids or all the criminal charges, because that means every time you're getting locked up, none of the kids are seeing their dad and none of them are getting any money except what they may be receiving through governmental assistance. And that's going to come with boundaries and rules and regulations. So
even with that,
but when you locked up, nothing in you says, you know what, I should stop. I should get somewhere and sit my butt down. No, you get out and you're committing more crimes and you're having more children. So yeah, he does need some help. He absolutely needs some help. Somebody needs to mentor him, talk to him, slap him. I don't know. The slap part was a joke, but he needs some help.
Slap the women that's laying down with him.
That too.
Because you in a small city, buddy. It ain't like you in well known.
And he been on the news and has gone viral a couple of times. And from the first time he asked for some help.
Fix my life, and apparently that didn't get fixed. You should have took that check and paid your child support because they paid you to go on that show.
James says he needed help before he got all those children. As a man, after 3 children, he should have developed a more mature responsibility as a father and a man. The women should have had more respect for themselves. When you hook up to a bum, you can't expect a bomb. He did say a bomb. You can expect an explosion.
I'm just saying, QT fan, would y'all drop the mic little comments? Y'all something else. My mama said, need no help. That's having nerve.
A whole lot of nerve. A whole lot of nerve.
Because you think, what makes it sick is they think that's cute. And I'm like, that ain't cute. Ain't nothing cute about that. But then also, I looked at this podcast this week, and they was talking about these women having all these having babies by men, thinking it's gonna change them. It's not. You can't change nobody if they don't want to. You can't change anyone. Period. You can encourage them, but you can't change them. A person only gonna change when you allow them to. When they want to change. That's just like if an alcoholic want to, stop drinking. I could pay for you to go to rehab, but if you're not ready to go to rehab, my money's gonna be in vain. Mm-hmm. So with him, he thought like the celebrity status was cute, and it wasn't. And the women, you think you could change them, was not giving him another baby. It's not changing him. Encouraging him to get a vasectomy might have been the change. But I mean, I don't even know why you didn't even do that. If you knew you couldn't pay for 5, what make you thought you could pay for 30?
That's
I
it.
really wonder. I really wonder if the women know. Like, do they know?
They
I
know,
don't know.
Sierra.
I don't know.
That
You know,
I feel
see,
like they
the
know.
fact that he's gone viral more than twice, and he he got a record. When you live in a city, anytime you get arrested, it's a whole website and it comes out in the newspaper. Somebody done seen that man. But now I don't know if they thought they could change him. I don't know what was in their mind when they was having sex with him. But I really want to know your thoughts on him having all these kids. I just want to say publicly, Desmond, keep your golden stick away from me. Because whatever you got, keep it away from me. I don't want that. Steve, what are your thoughts on this?
It's like keep your golden stick away
Keep
from
that golden
me.
stick away from me.
I did on everything everyone has said. I really just feel sorry for the children that are involved in this, because the children is another a lot of kids who are going to have a single parent home, and the women who listen either to the lies he has told them. I'm thinking like maybe he told them like, oh, you only got three. You know what I'm saying? That pop pop, and you go and you have more kids. You never know what he's telling these women and what they're are assuming being in a relationship with him. So he really does need help, though. He needs psychological help to be able to produce this many kids and don't see a problem with how it's affecting the children. You know what I mean? It's really, really sad, and I feel sorry for the kids involved in this situation.
You know
But
what?
and then my thing is a couple of hold on, but a couple of this is why I fault some of the women because in ages, you see what I'm saying? You really look at some of the ages, you double back some, son. Like, so that's why I said I know some. I feel like some of them knew about each other because you double back. So, what can you possibly say? Hey, sorry, but we didn't make it. So I went back to my ex, and now she's pregnant. Like, some of these women was pregnant at the same time.
A lot of them were pregnant at the same time.
Right. So I'm just like,
you must got some good stuff.
I told you I don't want that golden stick. I don't want that. And you know what? But the reality of it is, and we said all jokes aside, a lot of those kids will be going to the same school as a lot of their siblings. Because it's not like it's one with 10 siblings. It's 30 children. A lot of those kids are gonna have classes. They're gonna be passing by their siblings in the hallway. You understand what I'm saying? And the sad part about that is for the people that do see him in the news, they see him every time he get arrested. Those people, them babies probably get teased. What does it make them feel like to have a daddy that got that many children and that long of a record? I'm gonna tell y'all, this guy last year, kid you not, this guy has 22 children. I think it's more now because we're in 2023. I'm gonna stop at 22 kids. And wanted to date me. And I told him there's no way we could ever date because I would never be your priority. And he was like, what you mean? You wouldn't know. You have 22 children, and however many mothers of those kids, they're going to forever be your priority. He went on to tell me one day that he wants to have more. And mind you, he was 61, 62, 60, 61, something like that, right? Oh, yeah, he wants. And all of the mothers are in their 30s. I think the youngest may have just turned 41, but they're in their 30s and late 20s, right? He got a lot of money. So, his conversation. I don't want that either. I don't want that golden tongue or that golden stick. And I was listening to him one day, and he basically wants to populate I ain't gonna say where he's from. He wants to populate that area. And everybody knows there is not one person that does not know how many children, who the mothers are. None of them, all of them get along together. Like, he's so cool with it and was trying to make me baby mama number. What Nikki not gonna do is add to your harem. And number two, not only am I never gonna be your priority, my child falls number, I want to say he may be at 25. This is 23. But I'm gonna stop at 22. My child gonna fall in at number 20 something on your priority list. What? Those are the type of things we have to think about as potential moms. Now, was I thinking that wise back when I was having my two? I wasn't that wise. I wasn't thinking like that. I was doing my thing and I am pregnant. But at 46, the devil is two liars. No and no. I'm not doing that. No.
Look, here's the thing. Like, I don't have any kids, and it'd be so funny. Like, the guys that I meet, first of all, I just had one tell me, like, we was talking, trying to get to know each other, and he was like, oh, God said you for me, this and the third. And I was like, oh, okay. So we was talking. Next thing I know, he was like, so do you want any children? I was like, no. He's like, well, I want some. I said, see, that's how God, that's how I know you the devil. Because God understands this kid out here don't want no children.
Not the devil. Say go nugget. No.
Don't want that. But then also I had people come and put children on you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I know people that got a lot of kids or whatever, and they I'm sorry, y'all got distracted. They, like, one of my friends, he even asked me, Nicole, won't you give me child number 13 so that my child support will stop? Boy,
what? Wait, run it back. Repeat that.
Your Honor.
Yes, he was at child number 12. We friends. Like, we friends. He said, Nicole, just give me child number 13 so my child support will stop.
I can't.
See, read this one so we can go on, because that's a foolishness right there. I wish you would, Nicole. I wish you would.
No, you don't. Because I'm gonna make this real quick. Because you know what I tell people? From the age of 6 months to a year and a half, you'll be a single dad. Because I'll pay child support for it. Because that age right there, you gotta do all the hard part. You gotta potty train them. You gotta take them to pacifier. He gotta be able to get the car seat on his own.
Nicole, stop. Nicole just said, not quote, for the first year and a half of that baby's life, I'm gonna pay you child support because you're single. You are officially a single father. I'm not.
And look, and we still can be in the same house. We can still be in a relationship. When the baby start crying, I can be like, "Hey, your baby crying."
Oh,
your baby needs to be saved.
I cannot see, please. Nicole said, "Your baby crying." Somebody read that, please.
Family structure was established in the garden, which consists of a father, mother, and children. This man is a poor example of godly family structure. Gang banging, serial killers, and more are produced from single parent homes. Exactly.
This girl said,
first is
Elaine said, run.
Run.
Nicole, y'all about to be some single fathers. Perhaps because of COVID-19, the population is lowering really fast in the U.S. and Japan and China. Not in some neighborhoods, in some cities. Some people are here populating it. Okay. See, did you get to finish your thought earlier about where you stood on this? Yeah. You said you wanted some of them kids. What'd you say?
That's not what I said.
Let me stop playing. Stop playing. Like, no, he finna be single. He about to be single. Y'all, I just want to make this public announcement to all you brothers out there trying to get with Nicole. If you're not ready to be no single father, you better walk away.
We still gonna be in a relationship.
Okay, here it is. There we go. Child, I cannot. Let's go on to this next. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get this off the screen. There we go. There we go. I can't wait to talk about this one. Okay, people. This week, I'm sorry, not this week. Recently, the new Martin Luther King Embrace statue was released and dedicated. Now, the statue is called Embrace, and it is supposed to be a depiction of Dr. King and Coretta Scott King embracing. However, the artist decided to take some artistic licensing, and removed the top portion. So this is what you see depending on which angle you're looking at. I'm going to show you a couple of angles, but just looking off of that right there, this particular angle right here has received backlash and a whole lot of laughter, namely because it does look like a certain sexual position. I'll say it that way. Here is another angle of it. And that one, I think they said looked like the penis. And then here's the other angle of it. This angle and the second angle are the two that are getting some of the most backlash. And some of that backlash is coming from the fact that it does look like some sexual positions, but also because some people feel like the artist took the race out of it and made it a generalized statue, so you don't get the meaning of black love, because you can't tell who that's supposed to be. It's bronze, and then the fact that it's just two embracing arms. If you can get past the fact that it looked like somebody doing the thing, that other part of the thing. So singing. I wanted to talk about this because not only have I gotten my whole laugh on from the people who have made these comments about it, but also because of people feeling like it took away the importance of the race that needed to be shown. We need to see black love, and who better to see it from than Martin Luther and Coretta Scott King. So what are your thoughts on all of this, Cierra? The comments are flooding. Go ahead.
How can you remind us how much that cost?
It was some million, and I wish I had it. It's
10.
My notes.
10. Once again, like I said in our meeting, for 10 million, I need bodies. You could have kept it bronze. Keep it. I understand we want to spread love, show love, but I need bodies. Like they could have hollowed, like the part that's just like empty space. They could have made a whole body, shaped the body, cut out the inside, and still use. You could have made the arms. You could have made it so much better with the material that you had, and it would have represented so much more. And now, God dog it, it's just not cute. It's just ugly as all get out. I don't like it. Okay, I'm done.
It really looks that one horrible. First position. I remember when I first saw it, and I said that it. I can't say that, but that looked like some orlation. I'll say orlation. Can I say orlation? It looked like orlation, and I'm like, why? And then when I realized what it was supposed to be, I said, how? So then in researching, and I saw the other angles. It still looks weird, even with the two hands. But how am I supposed to see Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King embracing in that? I see look like two brothers going, "What's up, man?" That's what it looks like in one angle. I don't like the fact that it's very racially ambiguous. I want little black kids and little brown kids to walk through there and see two historical black leaders embracing, and you're calling that the embrace. Otherwise, it's the arms or it's the position. You either call it the arms or the position, but it don't look like an embrace. Okay, Nicole, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts is don't do that. Resemble Coretta Scott King is her bracelet.
Brandon. I think I do. I think
it's real the bracelet. I don't know if y'all have watched Kevin's on stage. He's a comedian. Right. Well, I tell you, my brother went in. He kept saying, "Y'all, like for real, I'm trying to stay focused. I don't want to say it look like that. I'm trying." Like he went in. It was so funny. But here's the thing, like you said, it took away because you revealed it on Martin Luther King weekend, and I'm looking at it like, as an artist, what do you see that made you think that this was okay? And as for the person that paid for this, I'm gonna need my money back. We're not.
Nick, tell us what you don't see. Do you not see what we're saying, or do you not see the embrace? Go ahead, Nicole.
I'm like, it was
Or relation.
Or
relation. Or relation.
like I was just like, I would be one that would be in the audience when you taking the sheet off and with my mouth wide open, like that come to the right reveal. Like you playing. There's gonna be another statue. I would have had so many questions, and then I would have covered my kids' eyes because I was like, "You don't even need to know where this began at."
Maybe what? Okay, so imagine everybody standing around. Maybe this was what some people saw. No. Because people were standing all around it, so you can see it from all these different angles. So if you saw it from this angle, because there are some people in our chat that are saying they don't see the orlation, so I get that. So trying to see it from their point of view, if that's what you saw, I don't see two people hugging, but I don't see orlation either. If you saw it from this point of view, some people said that looks like a penal code. I'll say it that way. It looks like a penal code.
I see that now. Yeah.
And
yeah, I see it
if
now.
they were at that direction, that don't look like an elbow and arm. It maybe for them look like a penal code. If they saw it from this side, I would have been really confused because I'm like, well, what is that? Because that looks like orlation, but it could be. I'm gonna have to we got to be respectful to those that say I don't see orlation. Maybe my mind is just freaking like that.
Let's pray for the artist, because if I was the artist and everybody is joking about this statue, my mindset would be like, well, what did I create? Like everybody, like it didn't make any sense. And then it was sad that it took away from his memory. And Reverend Al Sharpton stepped down, said, of all things, of all pictures that have been promoted about Dr. King and Coretta Scott King's love, why did you choose this without adding more stuff to it?
Okay, so James said,
"You better say it."
Tom Brady's statue won't be confusing. I had that same thought because a few people were saying there are other statues that have been released. You can it's
clearly
not. I believe in my heart that the artist was thinking this is going to be amazing and the people are going to love it. I gotta believe that.
Yeah.
But no matter which angle you see it from, why remove the heads? Why remove? Because if you do their heads, you have to do their hair. So did he want it to be where it would be racially ambiguous so anybody would see it and say, hey, let's just all embrace and love each other? If that was it, and that is the message that Martin Luther King had in his mind, then he did an amazing job. He accomplished what he thought he was going to accomplish. To some people, when they look at it, like me and my freaky mind is what you call it said, I see that, and I got to look at it from several angles a couple of times with a real side eye. Like you got to be real sideways to kind of see what I don't see.
Right.
But then too, I can also look at that and see the beauty in it if I don't see no orlation, and I only see, well, I see that, and I immediately think we can all come together. Then I have to see the beauty in that if that's what some people see. I don't know how many people are on the approval board that said, yes, go along with this. This is beautiful. I wouldn't have voted.
Who approved this? Who approved
I
this?
don't know.
Did y'all not see?
I don't know.
Wait.
I don't even know who commissioned him to do it.
When you make something that big, you have to have a digital image
rendering.
Of it.
Right.
So that's not like y'all did not see this. And like I said, I do understand if the artist now hearing you say it out loud, Nikki, I can see how the artist wanted it to be racially ambiguous because it's MLK. MLK was for unity, right? Get it. but make more of the bodies. You don't have just like make more, make like take some of that metal or whatever it's made and form bodies, like, and then shave out the inside. We have something like that here in Houston where you can still see the body, but the inside is carved out. You still could have made it, still would have came out the same amount.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know what I mean? Like, give us body, because that empty space looks weird.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense.
And you know something else, see?
The bottom part like this.
It is weird.
It's too much.
And you know something else, see, now that you say that, you just kind of actually, you helped my case, though. You really did. Thank you. Here's my thing. If this was him hugging another man that was white or another man that was black, you can if you want to raise the heads and call it the embrace, that's fine.
That's fine.
It was him and his wife.
The respect.
So even though Martin Luther King himself was a man of peace and wanted to bring people together, that was about him and his wife.
That's true.
So I want to see that was meant to be two black people embracing in love, or I wanted to see that was a married couple or a man and a wife. I just see some arms and what looked like a funny position. Mommy, I'm sorry. You raised me right. Maybe my mind is really free. I love you, mommy. I know you probably like really embarrassed right now, but yeah.
But I would you like, what was the committee? Because you just gave this man $10 billion and he gave you this.
I don't know.
Is anybody asking for a refund?
I have a statement. Remember, since this was 10 million, I would have thought they would have produced a model first before doing the statue. Also,
it probably was a computerized rendering. It was.
But I was going to say something. God, what was I going to say? Man, it's gone. It left my brain. Maybe it'll come back to me.
As soon as it comes back, interrupt us and say it.
Okay. Oh man, what was I gonna say?
We were talking about the couple, him leaving it.
No.
As a man.
Because I just said they handed him They just handed $10 million, and are they asking for a refund? Like they asked for something.
That's what I was gonna say. What if they? Now you know our world is corrupt. Our world is corrupt. It is corrupt. What if they did this on purpose?
Yeah. Somebody said that too.
What if they did do this on purpose to take away from the actual? You know what I'm saying? I can see someone paying $10 million.
Right.
$10 million for some people is like 10 cents in today's time. And the people who probably paid $10 million for the statue probably are worth billions. They're billionaires probably. So I can see the corruption.
But $10 million to do the whole embrace, though.
No, that's the whole point. Was not to do that. It was to have a talk about it like this.
No. I'm totally with your theory, but I'm saying I commission you and I say, Nicole, I'm gonna commission you to create a statue. Here is my inspiration, and I give you a picture of William and Cierra. And I say, I'm going to give you 10 mil for that, but you give me less than half of the picture. Do I get 5 of that million, of that 10 back? I'm just saying.
Maybe the material was expensive.
Do what?
Maybe the material was expensive.
That's what I was saying.
You could have paid me $1 million. I could have played with some
Play-Doh and
come up with a better. Not the Play-Doh, Honey.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
But I got a question for everybody. Have y'all shared this to y'all page? If you're enjoying the conversation, why not share this with somebody else so they can come join too? Because y'all know we love to talk. We love to hear what y'all think too. It is expensive. It's that expensive. I'm gonna need to see what you're doing play by play before you finish the last piece. I'm just saying. Playing with other folks' image.
What if the artist really thought he was doing his thing? Like he had everybody gonna love it.
I believe that they were.
Everybody's mama, everybody's mother and mother's mothers and the church mothers and they go there and they like, what the?
I don't know. Mama, it's reported that their son loved it. Now I don't know. I don't know what they had to say in front of the camera at the press conference and what they said behind the closed doors at the house. But it's reported that their son, MLK the third, loved it. That is reported. So allegedly, I didn't hear him say it, but he could have said it. I don't know.
He probably said thank you. He didn't want a nice church thank yous. Thank you.
That's one of them. Oh, your baby was so precious during the Easter speech.
Oh no, you sure got a pretty baby. Behind closed doors, that baby look like a Buick.
We're gonna take a really quick break, and we will be back in just a few moments. So don't y'all go anywhere. All right, y'all. Welcome back. Y'all like our little commercial break? Oh gosh. All right. I can't wait to talk about this next one. So I was super excited to talk about this one. So I don't know if you guys have seen, I'm sure now because Black Twitter done went like all the way crazy, but President Biden did attend the Martin Luther King celebration at Ebenezer Baptist Church, and he actually delivered, some are calling it a sermon, so we'll call it a sermon. We know that is where Dr. King used to pastor as well, and every year there's a celebration there in his honor. Now, if you go Google these videos, you're going to get a good laugh. I'm sorry. President Biden was looking very, very lost and extremely surprised, and a couple times like, am I supposed to clap right here? Should I sit down? Should I cheer? Like, what should I do? I mean, and to give him some grace, he was at a Black Baptist church, and if you've ever been to a Black Baptist church, you know, and that ain't what you used to, you can be a little bit confused. Shoot, grew up in a Black Baptist church. I'd be confused at churches sometimes too, because they be doing a lot sometimes. A lot. So make sure y'all go and Google it, because I can't play the video here, but just go back and Google it if you have not seen it. But this is going to bring us to the question on this topic. Ladies, what did y'all think when you saw his reactions? And number two, has there ever been something that happened in church that made you? Yes. Okay. Who would like to go? You know what? We doing all the talking today, so see, you go first.
So it was hilarious. His bop and his confusion. He was so confused. He was like I don't know. Like oh, this is what we do. Oh, this is like is this what we're gonna do? I jig or do I do a clap? I don't know what to do. He looked really confused. He really looked confused. Like a fish out of water. You know what I mean? He was a fish out of water, I guess. It was hilarious to me. But you asked, have I seen? So there's this other pastor who, did we talk about this on the podcast before? He was preaching and he was
Brandon, you stupid. Brandon, you stupid.
I hate them. That was perfect.
You said that we talk about Wesley?
But didn't we talk about a pastor who slapped a woman in church because she had said to come back? That would be the craziest thing I've ever seen. Ever. That would be it for me. Because that's crazy. The pastor slapped the woman, not him. Yeah.
That was the craziest.
That was the
Let me
crazy.
let me address this real quick. So, the thing that made his confusion and his reaction so funny was he said in his sermon or speech, whatever y'all want to call it, that he's attended black churches before. That I think it was when he was back in college, he attended them all the time. So his look of confusion, like,
what do I do?
and one time he goes, ooh. And he's
He
literally
did.
looking,
He did.
wiping
He
his
did.
forehead, he's scratching his brow, like he really did not know how to react. And it's not that you're white in a black church acting like that. Is he was looking very lost, but then to go on and say that you've attended, that made me go back and look at the reaction, be like, you did? Then you should be used to this. However, in his defense, just because it's a black church don't mean that they be up doing a whole lot of stuff, because that's not true. It's some very, very demure churches, depending on, the church itself. But who y'all in these comments? Okay. Were you done, see?
I'm done.
Okay. Nicole.
See, first of all, it's like everybody said, it's hilarious. Two, I charge it. This man's old. He can't even ride a bike without falling off. So, I mean,
Go stand in the corner, Nicole.
I'm
You in
just saying.
timeout. You in the whole timeout.
But two, in his defense, everybody knows my granddad was a preacher, and we would go to different churches. But Baptist churches these days ain't what Baptist churches used to be. Like, I remember going to a Baptist church singing out a hymn book, and I'm like, or AME Zion church singing out a hymn book, and I'm like, what? And they did like the reading out the books and stuff like that. Now they shout, they like Koji. So I would be confused too. I wouldn't know whether to clap, the sit down, stand up. Like, and this respectfully, I went to a church, and when they're reading the scripture, some churches still sit down while the preacher's reading scriptures. I've also seen some churches that they ask their congregation to stand up until you get through reading scriptures. And me being me, I'd be confused because I'd be like, or do I sit down? Because he's going to go back to the scriptures. I'd be confused. So here's the thing.
Like you're doing squats.
Church ain't what it used to be when I went to church. The craziest thing I remember, never knew, the first time I ever got prophesied on, like I was bugging. Like, I'm standing up there and they are up there telling me about my life or whatever. I went back. Honestly, I went back to the pew and I had a whole attitude because this man is telling me about my life. And I'm looking at my mama saying, you telling my business. So I ain't going back to church.
You can't even get your word for your attitude.
I did.
So you the craziest thing we done seen in church.
I'm telling you, for like 2 weeks straight, I stayed so mad with this preacher. Because I was like, you got there, you preached about me the whole time. And the only reason why you preached about me because my mama told you. For about 2 weeks. And my mama hadn't said anything. Because the crazy thing, I feel in love when I say father, like I call him my papa, and God was dead. That was my heart. Another one of my granddaddy friends, but he did. And the only reason why I knew my mama didn't tell on him because he told me something that had happened, and then nobody knew it happened but me because I didn't tell nobody. So then I was like, okay, can't play with you because you're too close to God.
I cannot, Nicole. I cannot with you.
I'm serious. That's why I say I'll be playing with people like that. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I have an aunt. Well, she really my cousin, but I call her my aunt because her and my grandma best friends, and they were raised up together. She's 90-something years old. When I say she is, I don't want to say a true example, but to me, she is the true example of a belief and a woman of God. This lady, now I want to really tell her business, but she has cataracts. She will not get it removed because it's like, if God wanted me to see, he would do the surgery himself. when I tell you her memory is on point, but her prayer life, her spiritual life, everything is on point. It's on point. When she called, let's say this. When she called, she the only one that really I'll answer for. Because she's too close to God. So, but yeah, about it was funny or whatever, but yeah, church ain't the same no more. So when I go to a Koji church, it might act like a Baptist church. When I go to a Baptist church, it acts like the Koji church. So I don't know. Like everybody, you see everybody got the latest shouting challenges out here.
My brother says, okay, so, here, Mom, can verify this. I invited one of my Muslim Turkish best friends to a Baptist church for the first time in his life to experience our culture. Even though he was scared because people were falling out around him, he still knew that he could clap and dance, laugh out loud. This is true. This is true.
James said the craziest thing he experienced in church was a woman at church. Wait a minute. The craziest thing I experienced in church was a woman at a church I visited as a young minister told me my back was hurting and it wasn't. Then she said God told her it was my side, and again she made it all up. And I told her she was false. Dang.
Dang.
I have been in some of the like that, James, where somebody is prophesying to you and they're saying stuff and it ain't nowhere near correct, and you're like, no, and they'll try to tell you that you're wrong. Okay, anyway, so forgot what I was gonna say about Biden. It ain't even important. It was something somebody said in the comment. It's not even important. Oh, she was Queenie was talking about Black Methodists. I know Black Catholic churches are very, very quiet too. My family was raised Black Catholic, and the first time I ever went, I think I was 14. I may have been 12, and I had only been used to church as church was, growing up Baptist. And so we were singing, and I'm doing all these runs and singing all loud and realizing that's, whoa, you loud. That ain't how they sing. And people kind of looking, and my brother just kind of did me like, and I was like, am I in trouble? Because my brother is older than I am. So I thought like maybe I was in trouble. And he had to explain to me that that's not how they do church here, which as the service went along, I realized it is very, very quiet. It's very, very quiet. It's very, I don't want to say ritualistic because that sounds a little bit negative, but they have
protocol and reserved. It's very reserved and
they
protocol. What happened?
From that at all. I don't know what just happened.
Okay, well,
y'all came back with the remix. Okay.
What I just thought about when you telling that story, Nikki. I just thought about when you telling that story. You was the kid that was the little girl on
I was little Tina
Turner.
I was little Tina. And that is not what you do. Whoa. Yeah, that you don't do all that. He says it's a game. Either you hear God speak or you don't. Exactly. Carnal. So we have actually 2 more topics, but I think we're going to have time to get to just one of them today, which means we'll start with the other one next week, unless y'all want to run through both of them. Just let me know, ladies. Let me off the screen. Where is it? Okay. So we're gonna end the show with this one, or do y'all want to do both of them?
We can do one.
Okay. All right. So the soft life. I'm not sure if y'all have heard people talking about it. It's been trending really, really hard since last year. But the way that it's been defined is a life of ease, peace, comfort, and intentional happiness. It does not require struggle of stress and distress. It consists of mutual relationships, clarity, self-care, and self-love. Now, the reason why it is kind of controversial. There are some pros and cons to it, because for some people, they feel like it teaches people that you can have all of this luxury and live this luxurious life and never have to work and do a thing. Other people feel like, no, it is teaching you that you don't have to live a struggle life anymore, especially if you have lived struggling your whole entire life. Now's the time that you can learn to live a softer life. You don't have to fight. You don't have to be in relationships that you are giving more than you're receiving, and that you are literally struggling. And it also teaches you another pro to it would be that it teaches you to live life and enjoy life now, right? If you want something, go get it. If you want lobster, shoot, go eat lobster. So it has its pros, it has its cons. And we took on the duty of researching it for ourselves and deciding what we thought about it, and if we agree with it, disagree with it, what our takeaways would be. So, Cierra, what did you think, and what were your takeaways?
So it just kind of came to me. But anywho, after the pandemic, I can see why this phenomenon is is rapidly expanding and people are attached themselves to it, because before the pandemic the world was very hustle and bustle. Like, I mean, you doing 50 million things, trying to survive, tolerating everything. And then a lot of people had an epiphany when we were by ourselves in our homes. Some people didn't have cell service, some people did have cell service, some people lost their jobs. Some people reinvented their entire life within the year that they had to be at home in solitude. And
Mhm.
in that time, a lot of people realized a lot of things that they strived for, worked so hard for, tolerated relationships that were not helping them or enriching their lives, they cut them off. They're like, you know what? Life is too short. And seeing so many people pass away from COVID, I think people appreciate life more. So I understand why it exists. I completely get it. The other side of this is that if not careful and you're watching people on YouTube, or you're watching people who have these luxurious lives, talking about the soft life, you assume that you have to have this exuberant life. But I watched several women who have exuberant lives, but explain that that's their decision. That's how they want to live. You don't have to do if it's just going. If you can afford a burger at Burger King and that's your luxury, do that. A lot of women did explain that, and I'm so appreciative of those women who did separate their identity of social soft life to other women's identity of what soft life would be like. But the mental part of changing the tolerance of struggling, hustle and bustle, and appreciating the self care aspect of yourself, I love it. I
Mhm.
really do. Because as women, and majority of these people who are talking about it, or the phenomenon of it all, are Black women. I also I found another article that now Black men are taking on the soft life, and it's a whole nother situation with men because it's
Mhm.
soft life, right? And so, but it's the same concept. It's the same concept. It's just men are doing it because they have very imbalanced lives as Black men in this society, and they want to find some comfort in who they are, and loving themselves.
Mhm.
So I understand a lot of the pros. I do see the cons of it all, but from my standpoint, from the research that I did, I embrace it. I really do. So yeah, that's my opinion. I'm sticking beside it.
So, a lot of our first season, I was talking to y'all about what I wasn't going to tolerate in my life anymore, and things I was letting go of and changing. And by the time I started really hearing about this soft life stuff last year, and then wanted to figure out what it was, I was like, oh, that's what I'm doing. Okay. Because I'm
Mhm,
decision to not allow things in my life that were not adding to me. We talk a
mhm,
lot about reciprocity and letting go of those relationships where I was giving more than I was receiving, and being okay when people wanted to walk away because I decided I got to pull back on my giving because it's depleting me. Um deciding to, if I want to go on a trip, go. If I want to do something, I want to do it. If I want to just have peace right now, that's my decision and my choice. Part of what made me decide that is my life has been hard for a lot of my life. And I want to hit this real quick. You were talking about Black women. A lot of Black women have had to live a hard life. They've had to be mother and father. They've had to work and do some things that they are not very proud of to take care of their children. And they're coming to a place where I'm turning all of that off and I'm going to lean more into my feminine, as they call it, the feminine energy. I'm going to lean more into not struggling and not having to contend so much and just enjoy. If I have to save up for it to be able to enjoy it, if that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. And they're also really getting into the self-care, which I'm so excited about, because for a long time, that's what we needed to do. And that's anybody. And so, so I started gravitating, not necessarily to the way that it is trending, but to the message that it gives. Now, there are some messages that may teach the wrong thing, because some people that are doing the soft life, you know, they do teach you how to have that soft life by having a man fund it. And then they teach you specific ways on how to go about that. That's not for me. I don't knock them for doing it, but that's not for me. But I am all about being able to, whether you're a man or a woman, lay down your weapons and live and enjoy life and be at a place and a position in your life where you recognize what's not good for you and you let it go and you don't allow it and you protect your energy and your space. And if that means me being soft, I'm going to be soft to do it, because I didn't like the other way. I didn't like the stress. I didn't like when I got to contend with what happens when you allow your body to stress. There's nobody here to help you. The people that you're stressing about are not there to help you. So I am all for the soft life. What about you, Nicole? We got some comments I'm going to pop up on the screen, but go ahead, Nicole.
When I looked at it, I mean, I'm with Cierra. Everything Cierra said, I'm for it. I mean, even when it comes to the love,
I don't know if it's just me, but I've lost Nicole.
Lost her too.
Like, use your common sense. The rent not.
Nicole, pause 1 second. Just pause for a second. All
The
right.
last common sense. I didn't hear anything else.
Yeah, we didn't hear the thing you just said. Might want to start over again.
I guess she'll come back.
Yeah.
What was one of the biggest takeaways for you, see, when you were researching what the soft life is?
The negative thoughts. That was the biggest thing, because for me, it begins with your mind. Everything else that they talk about doesn't work if your mind is not renewed by changing how you see yourself and talking to yourself. One woman, she talked the entire YouTube about just thoughts and thinking and how you allow different people to speak into your life and how you speak about yourself. She's like, even when you get upset and you say, "Oh, you're just so stupid," or "You're just so," she's like, "Stop doing that." She's like, "Don't do that anymore. Don't call yourself stupid. Don't call yourself dumb. You lack nothing. You have everything you need." And that spoke volumes to me, because for everything else attached to the soft life, your mind really has to change about how you see yourself, how you value yourself, and how you love yourself. And so I found that to be so important. And I'm glad the women that I did find who explained the steps or what they do or whatever, they did talk about their thinking first before the other things will come through. And of course, the self-care part is so beautiful, how they express different ways of self-care. It's not just about the luxurious side of things, but just she's like, one lady said, if you can't afford, the expensive makeup, go to Walgreens. Get your
Mhm.
little foundation, make yourself feel beautiful. If you don't wear makeup, make sure you have a skincare. She like broke it down to like the bare minimum of what it
Right.
means to care for yourself. The feminine energy part, that's the word I didn't I understand it, but I just want to, because
The
when,
better
when,
way
when
for me would be to say the femininity. That's what it is.
it is, but my problem with that attachment to this social soft life, when it goes to a man and you say they're being feminine because they have skincare, or
Right.
that's my I rather you say embracing caring for yourself or
Yeah.
embracing self-care and leave it at that, because men uh, all men need to care for themselves, especially
Exactly.
men who have families, who are work for the community, who have very hard jobs. They do not care for themselves at all, and then they
Right.
die sooner because they don't care for themselves. But now
Mhm.
you telling them, oh, it's feminine to care for themselves. No.
Right.
And that's the
I
part
don't
that
like.
that I pull away from the feminine energy of this wave of the soft life. I take that out because this applies to both men and women.
Right.
It's a struggle in this world. It's hard.
Right.
And they need to find some release, some place to land softly, to feel loved just for themselves, outside of caring for whoever they're caring for, working for whatever company they work for. And so that's the only term I really don't care for in this soft life thing. But outside of that, I enjoy everything else.
I don't like when they call men soft because they want to do that. I
Right.
love the fact that you want to keep up underneath your nails clean and you want to keep a
Yeah,
manicure toes
yeah,
cut. Cause ain't nothing like you scratching up on me with your claws. I mean,
right,
come on.
yeah.
Listen, for anybody that wants more information about it, you can look up, you can literally search YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I just want to caution you to do something that my family taught me, and that's you eat the fish and leave the bones on the table. You eat the meat, but you leave the bones on the table. Pick what will speak to you and allow that to help you in your personal development.
Mhm.
Here is my basic definition of soft life, and that is it's about taking care of and control of your life.
Mhm.
It's about taking care of and control of your life. It's
Mhm.
about taking care of and control of your life. And here's the thing. I think you gave an example of makeup. So somebody that always says, man, I wish I could get my nails done. Man, I wish I could get my nails done. Man, I wish I could. You don't have to go get a $65
No,
set manicure or
no.
nothing like that. You can sit down and take 30 minutes with your music, your candles lit, your
Mhm.
smell goods, whatever, and sit and paint your nails because
Mhm.
you're taking that time to do what you want for yourself. That
Mhm.
is soft life, right?
Mhm.
Taking time for you to do what you should say, amen. You're taking
Amen.
time
Amen.
for what you want for yourself. You're taking care of yourself.
Mhm.
And also, soft life for me is about taking control of your life. We have the control of our lives. You control what come in it, what does
Yeah.
not.
Mhm.
People you allow in your personal space, the people you allow to come and take your energy, that you give your energy to, the people
Mhm.
that you allow to speak into your life, like all of that, that's in your control. God did not make us robots. I've been seeing what you've been saying about the scriptures, Nee, but I have to say this too. You can't just go around reading and quoting scripture. You got to learn how to apply these things.
Mhm.
God literally made man to have dominion, and we don't have dominion over our own lives, let alone over the earth that we govern, our
Right.
homes.
Our homes.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Our territories, our
Mhm.
families. And that's what we need to start doing. And if that means you not allowing people in your life that talk to you crazy, that
Mhm.
don't want to fool with you, that
Mhm.
act like that mistreat you, you
Mhm.
allow these people to hang around your life and suck you dry. And what benefit do they have? Why would you cast your pearls like that? That does not mean don't love people, don't do for people, don't pray for people. That is not what I mean. But in your life, you have the ability to remove, add, subtract, multiply, and to divide. Nicole, you're not coming back?
Maybe she lost connection.
She say, hi, you all.
What happened?
Let us know in the comments if you're able to come back. Use the tools in your toolkit. Absolutely. And some people need to be given permission.
Yes.
You give permission. You don't have to. Okay, I gotta say this. Okay. Don't hide behind things and call it being Christian and you don't live. You don't love and you don't experience. He came that you may have life
More abundantly.
and have it more abundantly.
Mm-hmm.
So it is okay if you want things. It's okay to go and enjoy life.
Mm-hmm.
It is in 2023. If you needed the permission, here you go. It is okay for you to live life abundantly. Maybe you can't live abundantly because you spend abundantly. So maybe your spending habits need to change so you can start actually doing some of those things that you really desire to do. Maybe your eating habits are not the best, and so therefore your health is not the best. Therefore, you're not enjoying life every day. All of this is in our control. We pray and ask God for strength. He gives us wisdom. He gives us that dominion and that power to make the necessary decisions and changes that we need to make. We just have to make them. We have to decide to decide. And then when you decide, make the best decisions for you. This off life, this whatever life you want to call it, is about you taking care and control of the life that you have been given. Nicole is back. And you are back just in time. You are back just in time. So as we are ending, Nicole, we're going to start with you. What are your final thoughts? And then tell us what your personal affirmation for the week is going to be.
I enjoyed the show. All the topics, it was fun. It was bright. My affirmation, I'm about to take y'all to church.
You better.
No,
we got our wigs on to shake. Come on.
Mine is I am appointed. Y'all, this week alone, God has really been ministering to just that saying. And he was just saying, like, everything that you go through, you know how we all say we can't, I don't know why, or why me, or, they give you the scripture, God will give you no more than what you can bear.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm like, okay, God, like, even I'm going through a situation with my dad, and I keep saying, God, I'm strong, but I don't understand. And he said, because I'm appointed you to this. The stuff that you went through a couple years ago with your grandfather, you look at it as it was just an experience or it was a lesson. No, I appointed you to go through that so I can prepare you for what you're going to go through here. You won't break here. So I'm telling y'all, like, everything that's been going on in my life is, I keep saying, everybody keeps saying, you just walk. Like, I had this lady at work. I'm going to get this testimony real quick. I had this lady at work, and she always hang around me at work. And I just met this lady, and she said, Nicole, it's just your spirit. It's just like, you're so calm, and you're, it's easy for you to embrace these customers. And I said, and God kept saying, I appointed you for this. You have to be that light for that person. So I'm like, okay. And that's all he's been saying to me is like, I appointed you. You are appointed for this. So he gave me the epiphany to say, now I have to take myself. I have changed your world. I have let you feel the ups, the bruises, the healing, see my work. But also, I need you to take you out of it. And just let my light shine. You take you out of it, and you will understand why you are so much at peace. Y'all, I'm telling you, like, I'm like, okay, like, I question God. A lot of people say you shouldn't question God. I question him, and I get the answers. Even when I feel like God is like, okay, I gave you the study guide. You stand there and you do what you know. You ain't always got to fall back and say, okay, God, what am I supposed to do? I gave you my word that I'm not going to leave you. You just have to trust the process. You're appointed for this. I got you in this situation for no regardless. It was just so mind blowing, y'all. Like, even the stuff like people question, how did you change your life and you're happy with it? You know what I'm saying? A lot of young people my age will be like, you closed up your apartment, you changed your job, you didn't think about it, you just did it. And I say, okay, but I trust God. And then it's like, no, God is like, don't just say you trust me. I appointed you for this. I put you in this position for a reason. So so that's my thing, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, get to the place where you know God's voice, and when he gives you that epiphany and that understanding, that peace that surpasses all understanding. Y'all, I'm telling you, when he gave me that at work, and he was like, people are watching you. I gave you the lesson. Now this is your test, and it's not a hard test. It's, are you going to stand or are you going to fall? Are you going to be that example or aren't you? Because if not, then we got to go back to class and I'm going to have to sit you down and talk to you some more. And it's like, when you raising a child and you tell them don't touch something, how many times are you going to, how many times are you going to touch and see how hot is it going to be? Is it you're going to get burnt, or are you going to go back and say, let me go back and see if it's going to get hotter? So yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's my thing, and I'm walking with that. It might be that next week too, but yeah, he gave me that thing, honey, and I've been going with it since the day.
Nicole, full of that, she had to get that word out. She got that, I got to tell somebody, just can't keep it to myself. God's been so good to me. We done lost her again. Okay, but she got that word out, though. She got that word out, though.
She got it out. That word
got that word out, though. The devil is too liars. She got that word out.
She got it out.
I'm back.
So,
I don't know what's going on.
That's okay. You got that word out, so it's all good.
You sure did.
See, what are your final thoughts, and what is your personal affirmation for the week?
My personal affirmation this week is, I am changed, so don't stay stagnant in what and who I am called to be. I don't
say it again.
Okay. I am changed, so don't stay stagnant in what and who I am called to be.
That's it.
Change is uncomfortable. Change is unpredictable. The world is unpredictable, but that's a constant thing that's always going to be there. That's the thing that is constant. But we are evolving people. We are changing people for the better, and hopefully not for the worse. And so if it is going the worse, you need to check yourself, and why are you continue to making the same decision, the same choice that you keep making to go the opposite direction? That means you have to continue to evolve and change for the betterment of who you are and who you call to be. So yeah, that's my affirmation for this week. And for my life. Anywho. That is a woo! All right, guys. I get it.
That part.
But I appreciate the podcast. I thank you guys for coming on. Please share on all social medias, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. If you like a clip from this, please repost it. Just do it. That'll get us some more people out here to share this love and come in the community. So I love you guys, and I thank you so
much. All right, Auntie. So my final thoughts are, today's show was so good. We had some amazing topics, some amazing comments and commentary down up. Y'all gave so many drop the mic moments today. So thank you, QT fam, for riding with us and being with us here for yet another episode. I posted this today, and I wanted to share this. And it says, and it's by a man named Robert Anthony. You can have anything you want if you are willing to give up the belief that you can't have it. Rewind, throw that thing back. Okay, I got you. You can have anything you want if you are willing to give up the belief that you can't have it. I wrote to an extension of that does include changing your life, basically. And we just talked about that earlier. You can have what you want, what you allow yourself to believe that you can have. And you just have to know that you can. That's where it starts. And from there, there's so much power. Now, you can't just believe that and sit still. Do what you need to do to obtain it. Sometimes God will tell you just to stand still and know that I am God, because you've done everything he's told you to do. But when you haven't, do everything he's told you to do and stand still and know. But also, it's your life. What do you want? You can't blame nothing, nobody, from God to nobody else, if you don't have what you want, because you're in control of that. Nicole just talked about it. C just talked about it. Y'all are talking about it down in the comments. So remember that whose life is it? It's your life. He came that you may have life. Bam. He did that on the cross. And that you may have it more abundantly. So what is the abundant part of life that you've been missing out on because you've been hiding behind something, using excuses, staying stagnant, being too afraid, being lazy? What is it that you're missing out on? That's my final thought for today. My affirmation for today is I can have anything that I want as long as I believe that I can have it. We love you guys so very much. We thank you all so very much for joining us today. We will see you all next week, y'all. Fix your crowns. Please fix your crowns. Don't let anybody tell you that you cannot be everything and every part of you that God created to be everything that God created you to be. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. Nobody, including you. We love y'all so much, and we will see you guys next week. Bye, ladies. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Peace. Peace.